Hey guys, this is Mona. Welcome to Plant Therapy. And this is an update on the experiment with pots. I just wanted to show you how the plants are doing. It's about a month in since we started the experiment. This one got potted up a few days later, and I'll include a quick shot of that reel when I was potting this one up. But yeah, it's been I think it's a little bit over a month since I potted these two guys up here. And it's been very interesting. One good thing I will say is that I see new growth. Can you see that? So they seem to be taking well. This one went through a period of, I think, shock because I got it from the store and immediately potted it up. But as you can see, new growth, a lot of growth points. This one at first kind of worried me a little bit, only because I think it went through a shock. This pot was a little too big for the actual, let me pull this out. This part was much larger than the root ball, but the plant stood a little too tall to fit into this size pot. So I just took a chance. It's a very chunky, airy substrate, no soil, but it's like cocoa chips. I'm sorry, it's peat. I think it was peat moss with some cocoa chips. I'll have to think about that. I'll post it on the screen. I'll tell you what but it's very chunky and airy. This one right now is going through its dry cycle. I just had the video up so I could see. Hold on. So for an average house plant or a thirsty house plant in a 5-inch pot, it's usually like a 6-day dry cycle or 9 days, depending. Now this is kind of a thirsty plant, so I noticed that the reservoir was dried out. There you go. And that was like, I believe Saturday. Today's Tuesday. So I'm gonna wait it out. It still feels moist in there. Let it dry out. And then I think by the end of the week, I'll top her off and just fill in the water down here. But she's doing good. I kind of got off track. So this plant initially, I think, was shocking on me. And then I took her and moved her to my bedroom. And up there is morning light. And there's a ceiling fan. And all of a sudden, she started doing her prayer action again. She wasn't doing it where I had her initially. She was still a new plant to me, so I kept it in the bathroom with my lights. I have grow lights in the bathroom. And the newer plants stay in there until I feel comfortable to bring them around the rest of the plants. And I feel like she was not happy there. I waited, sprayed her down a few times, and then put her upstairs. Well, she started doing her little prayer action again. She's doing good. I have growth coming, so I'm not worried about this plant. I got a little bit of browning, I think, initially when it dried out, that I maybe let it go too dry. I don't know. But yeah. But then after that, she's been fine. Her leaves feel great. And at night, she's doing her thing. Very happy to see that, because that's a good sign with Marantas and Calathea. When they stop praying, then we got a problem. Okay, now on this one, like I said, a few days later, this isn't an 8-inch planter, so it's an average house plant or even a dry loving, so it can go 3 weeks with dryness. Now this plant was used to and just moved from a plant. I had her in a vessel that had no drainage, a glass vase or something like that. And I took her out of that, and she was doing fine in that. And I used pretty much the same pond and leca mix. So now she's in this with the drainage. I mean, it's like bottom watering is what this is. And but the whole thing is you have to give them that dry cycle to, to have that exchange of oxygen with the roots. And there's something called air root pruning that happens. The little, I'll do it with this one because that one's heavy. You can kind of see where the little hairy roots are searching. I don't even know. Maybe that's a root, maybe it's not. But what happens is it starts seeking and looking for that moisture as it's drying out. And those little roots will die off. But after you let it go through the dry cycle and then you water it, the roots will drink up all that water throughout the whole pot, because you have these little slits there. And I'm probably not explaining that as well as they can. So check the website, it'll be clearer to you then. But yeah, so I got to let this dry out for a few more days and then I'll top her off probably by Friday or so. And honestly, I'm not going by a reminder on my phone. I can't do that. I have too many plants here, and to remember when I watered it and put, it's just not me. If you have less plants, I think then it's easier for you to have a reminder. A new plant parent maybe, but for me, it just doesn't work. I go around checking my plants on a regular. If they look like they're in trouble, they're going to get a little water, but I'm just trying to stick to the experiment and see, and hopefully not lose the plant. Now, this one went through a period of, I don't know, I lost a stem or two. Now, I've repotted lipstick plants before and did not go well for me. Not many, but so I don't know what was going on with this one, but we have new growth, and that's a good sign. So I'm like just hanging in there with the plant and trying to seed out. But as you can see, I do have some leaves that are wrinkled. So I don't know what happened. Maybe the repot, I'm not sure. But like this baby's almost dry. So there's water in there, but I'm tempted to top it off, but I'm not going to. I'm going to leave it be and wait a few more days and see when it dries out and give it that period of time. I did put it back in the room where it was originally, which was very humid, the plant room. And I think it looks better, and I'm seeing the new growth on all the stems. See, the little baby leaves are coming. So I'm taking that as a good sign. So I don't know. Was there a little shock involved? I don't think it's the planter. I think it's me and a lipstick plant. I don't have enough experience with repotting these. I know I had a beautiful Mona Lisa lipstick plant, and when I took cuttings, made a plant for my mom, her plant was fine, but then mine just tanked after the repot. So I'm not sure what happened. Maybe it's, I don't know what it is, but the plant's not dead and it's coming back. And like I said, new growth. So here we are a month in and things are going well. I mean, I'm not giving up. I mean, I like these. I like bottom watering. I like self-watering. You know me, most of my plants are in self-watering pots lately. I do have some that are still in soil, but I'm transitioning as much as I can. The larger plants are probably in soil because it's just easier that way and cheaper than trying to get some pond. But I ordered another bag of my DIY pond, and I'll mix that up with the pumice. I'll make another video because some of you were asking. It's hard to find lettuce pond, and quite frankly, I kind of like my little my little DIY thing. It wasn't my recipe originally. It was Peachy's. Peachy Plant and Style, I think is the channel name, but you guys are probably familiar with Peachy. If you like Hoyas, you know Peachy's channel. She has some beautiful Hoyas and Anthurium and you name it. She's got a lot. And she did a video where she took these stones that she got on Amazon and mixed it with some pumice and just made her own little recipe. And when she said that it was working for her, I figured, well, let me try it. Because at that time I could not find lechuza pond. And it's hit or miss if you get it. I got a bag a few months ago, and I'm like almost gone through that. So I decided to add perlite to it to stretch it out. And because I'm potting up a lot of little plants, they're seedlings, I kind of like the perlite in there because I feel like it holds on to the moisture a little bit more. So I don't know. I'm off topic now. So anyway, so far so good. We got new growth on all the plants. Let's see what they look like in a couple of more weeks. I'll see you guys in a month. Bye. Thanks for watching.